What's up everyone? My name is Nemanja Videnovic, but for all of you English spoken people, since this video is in English, you can call me Nemo. What I'm about to show you is a very simple way how to exercise and keep your body in shape. It's going to be a full body workout with very simple basic exercises. This will not pose a problem for any of you just because you need only 2 dumbbells and a floor and maybe a bench press. Let's get cracking! First up is the warm-up. Warm-up is very important to do, obviously for the reasons of injury prevention, okay? So what we want to do is we want to make a movement which is with light weight. We're going to be using dumbbells, and as you can see on the video, what I'm doing now is I'm going to be focusing on curling up with my biceps, and then I'm going to be moving on to the front deltoid movement, and then I will be actually just using the side lateral delt movement, which is very important in order to warm up the most joints up in the upper body. And there's only a few joints. I mean, we've got the bicep joint and we got the shoulder joint. So it's very important to get the blood flowing in that area and have it all warmed up and flooded with the warm blood and oxygen so we can carry on to some or more of the strenuous exercises. All right, moving on to the very shoulder exercise. Now, this is an isolating exercise. It's a great exercise to start with your shoulder workout just because it creates a great flow of the arms that will be going sideways, and which is the main function of our shoulder muscle pretty much. It is to lift our shoulders sideways and forward and also press upwards. So this is a great exercise that covers a big lateral head of the shoulder. Notice how I am keeping my elbows slightly bent as I'm moving the weight lateral, and I'm not swaying my body. I'm trying to maintain control throughout the whole entire movement, and I'm always focusing on lifting the weight faster and lowering it a little bit slower. So lift the weight faster and then lower it a bit slower. Repetitions should be around 10. It shouldn't be less than that just because this is a small muscle and requires a little bit more repetition than usual. All right, moving on to the bicep, which is the most favorite exercise of them all for majority of us guys, because it produces this beautiful double-headed muscle in front of our upper body. It's a very simple exercise, one joint movement. We're simply going to curl our bicep upwards, and then we're going to go release it down to the extended position. It's important to curl the bicep by contracting it and then extending it fully on the way down. We shouldn't be allowing our body, our dumbbells to go down just halfway and then bringing it back up. We need to keep it full stretch and full extension. That's the only thing we need to focus on. Keep your core tight and don't sway your body too much at all. Next up is the bent over lateral raises with the dumbbells. Now this will target the shoulder muscle, but the one that's not exactly visible from the front. What we want to focus on is the back shoulder muscles right here. For that reason, we are bent over in our waist. Torso is parallel to the floor, and what we want to do is in a controlled manner with our elbows pointing out towards the ceiling, we want to contract that back shoulder muscle in order to engage it. Notice how you want to go faster on your way up and slower on your way down, and you never sway your upper body. And it's very important not to curve the back, okay? Keep it as flat as possible and you'll be in good shape. Next up is bench press, okay? This is for our big chest muscles, pectoral muscles. What we're doing is a simple pressing motion, okay? With our elbows out to the sides, we want to press up towards the ceiling, contracting our pectoral muscles. As simple as that. What we don't want to do is we don't want to bounce the dumbbells too quickly. So notice how I go faster on the way up, but very controlled, and then slower on the way down. You have to make sure that your core is nice and tight and that your back is nice and flat and curved up, and your feet are planted to the floor with no extra motion. You'll be in great shape. Moving on to the overall body exercise. This exercise will target not only the back, but also the glutes, the hamstrings, and the quads. This is called the deadlift. What we need to focus on this exercise is keeping our back as flat as possible. We do not want to arch it up towards the ceiling like a cat. That's very important to understand. Then, if we want to focus on our hamstrings, we really want to try and keep them as flat as possible with the minimum flexion in our knees. Now, when we want to focus on our quads more, as you see in the second part of the video, we're going to bend our knees further and then make a semi-squat position. And that's a simple variation of the exercise. The best overall body exercise, the deadlift. So there you have it. It's very simple. These are very basic exercises that have proven over time to give you the best possible results. And all you need is 10 minutes, not even that if you have no breaks in between. Set of dumbbells and flat floor and you'll be fine. Get yourself in shape. There's no excuse. It's never been as easy as today.